I'm at a little gas station on the Massachusetts-New York state border where I start and finish every cross-country road trip. That's because today I have a big adventure planned. I'm gonna ride the entire length of the Harlem Valley Rail Trail in upstate New York. Absolutely beautiful, winds through this mountain passage in the Taconics. Bunch of cool sights and history there. I'm using a secret weapon, my new e-scooter by a company called Alsom. Yeah, I can't wait to bust it out. But let's get this show on the road. I'm starting on Route 20, the longest road in the US. Actually, the highest point on it east of the Mississippi is right up here. We have to go up and over the Taconic Ridge. I'm so glad I got my brakes fixed just 2 days ago because they said it was unsafe to drive. I probably would have made it over the other side of this mountain. It was just like metal on metal. So everything worked out perfectly, just in time for this adventure. I love driving down this road right here. Oh, there we go. One of the reasons I went with a scooter and not an e-bike is because this folds up so small, I can fit it in the shower of my van. I wanted something that I could attach, like keep it inside the van, not have to put in storage or attach to the outside or something. An e-bike was just too big. A scooter seems perfect. As for why I got something like this in the first place, you know, my van makes a great house car hybrid, but it isn't a great car in and of itself. Its mileage is just terrible. I thought it'd be great to have something to scoot around in, do local errands, you know, without wasting fuel in there. That pretty much limits it to a bike or an e-scooter. A bike just has too high of a profile to fit inside my van. This scooter I can fold up. Last but not least, I went with a motorized one, you know, electric, so I can just go farther, pretty much. The rail trail I'm doing today is going to be 52 miles round trip. This Alsom scooter has a max range, I estimate, of around 50 miles, so I'm going to be pushing it to the limit today down this beautiful rail trail. As you can see, it's pretty easy to set up. It just kind of like folds like a transformer. Yeah, this is the Leopard scooter by a company called Alsom. Another reason I went with this scooter in particular is because these big, heavy-duty off-road tires, like these things are beasts. They match the tires on my van. I like to go down like dangerous paths, you know, like dirt stuff. So this scooter by Alsom, the Leopard, just kind of like checked all the boxes of what I needed. I'm very happy with it so far. I've ridden it a few times, but today's gonna be an adventure no matter what happens. I am bringing an umbrella. I might get rained on. This might die before the end of this trip. We will see, but I am eager to get this show on the road. Like I said, I want to try to go 52 miles round trip along the open stretch today. This is just such a beautiful trail. I need to get like a GoPro or some way to mount this to my helmet so I don't have to stop and stuff. But right now, I just want to record this beautiful scenery. This trailhead starts in the town of Hillsdale, where General Knox brought the cannons from Fort Ticonderoga to break the siege of Boston, like in the early American Revolutionary War. Historic little spot. I don't know if you can hear it from here, but that sound, the peepers, the frogs, this is such an enchanting time of year, like the end of March, beginning of April, before the bloom. The forest is still wide open and it's warm in the 50s. It's just like a very brief window of the year. I always like to do something. Anyway, I got a long ways to go on this scooter. I am extremely proud of myself. I rigged up my little wraparound tripod in a very tight, stable way on the front of my bike, so now I don't need a GoPro. I might just buy another one of these tripods, and that one might just live there permanently. This is just God's country out here. These rolling hills, these beautiful farmlands. I'm loving this so far, the Harlem Valley. It turns out that the trail is discontinuous for the next mile. I have to ride in a road with 40-mile-per-hour traffic for a mile. I'm a little worried about that, but it's time to put this to the test. I just gotta remember to use my blinkers over here. I hit a bit of a snafu. There's no way to get on the highway there, even if I wanted to. You're cut off by a river. So I'm gonna have to drive to the next trailhead on this Harlem Valley Rail Trail. I did notice that right here by where I'm parked, there's a cool coffee shop, the Twisted Sister Cafe. So I thought I'd check it out, get my caffeine fix. It is so goth in there. I actually said that to the lady behind the counter. She seemed to take it as a compliment. Yeah, I like this place a lot, but I need to drive down about only a mile to the next trailhead. Kind of annoying. I wish I had known that before I drove. Hopefully the next stretch is much more continuous. Yeah, note to self, Orphan Farm Road is where you're going to want to park if you do this trail. I mean, I'm glad I'm doing all of it, but I could have skipped without this interim step. Look at how beautiful the trailhead is here, though. I know this spot right here. This is the trail to Bash Bish Falls, the tallest waterfall in Massachusetts. It's literally right there. I'm right on the border with Mass and New York. But I might hit that on the way back. That would require going off-road a little bit. I want to try to make it to the end of this rail trail. I still have 90% battery left. So there's 3 speeds on this Alsam Leopard scooter. Just 1, 2, 3. 1 seems to be set at 10 miles per hour, which is great for me. 2 seems to go around 25 miles per hour, and 3 I have not dared bring up to the maximum limit, but it is so much fun cruising. I think speed level 2 is my favorite. Right on my left over here is the Boston Corner. This used to be part of Massachusetts, but it was only accessible through New York State. So by the late 1800s, it was kind of like a area of lawlessness because they're beyond jurisdiction of New York State. Gambling, illegal boxing, like one of the biggest underground boxing fights ever staged was over here. Eventually they ceded the land to New York State. That's why if you look on the map, the southwest corner of Massachusetts is kind of chopped off. Anyway, I'm down to 60% 60% battery. So I'm just going to go until I'm at 50%, then turn around. And right after Boston Corner is a rocky, jagged mountain on my left. That's Allender Mountain. I spent a night up there. I did a video about it. I love that. Great hike. There is a beautiful boardwalk here for about a half mile, and the largest flock of birds I've ever seen, gradually flying north. I didn't make it all the way to the end of the rail trail, but I need to pay attention. I'm below 50% on this thing's battery. I just took a peek at it, and I drove a lot farther than I was expecting to. I looked on Google Maps. I'm like a third of the way to New York City. That's crazy. I need to turn around. I hope I have enough battery life left. But this is a beautiful spot right here. There's a ridge line right next door that I would love to get up and climb. I'll have to come back here sometime. Going back seems almost more scenic. I'm seeing things I didn't see going south. I think I have 30% battery life, and I'm not even up towards the Massachusetts border yet. That Boston Corner, I have a ways to go. You can get carried away on these things, like driving way too far. You gotta be careful. I'm once again back at that Bash Bish Falls. I don't think I'm gonna go all the way to the falls. I'm running low on the Alsam's battery and my phone battery, but I'm gonna try to get down to the old ironworks ruins over here. All these buildings up here on the right were dwellings for the workers for the Copake Ironworks, which operated from 1848 to 1903. They have ruins of some old mills or silos, whatever they call them, a little bit down here. That thing is called a blast furnace, where they melted the iron. How cool is that? There's a little museum here. It says it's open.
Have you been here before?
I have not, no.
You have not? No. Well, here's our layout. Here's us. And then you can do a couple things with that. You can make pig iron out of it. You can make pig iron out of it, or you can make stuff out of it.
Is pig iron like pure iron, or does it have other stuff in it?
Pure iron. Here's the baby pig sucking off the mother. So that's where they say that's pig iron.
That's why it's called pig iron.
Pig iron. So this is what was here before. There was just a water wheel out here in the yard and running the bellows. It would blow air in at the bottom. If you're gonna make something, you gotta make a pattern. Mm-hmm. You gotta have a wood pattern like this because it's gotta be this much bigger than what you want to end up with. But you would take and push this down in here, and then pick it out, and nothing would fall in. It would be a beautiful, beautiful thing like this.
Okay.
And so then you would take that out, and then you would pour the molten metal in.
That's how they made the cast. Neat. So that gentleman told me a lot about how this place worked. He also said that this Harlem Valley Railroad operated until 1972, and he rode the last train. So it is starting to rain, and my phone has 5% battery life. So I need to get back to the van. I honestly have no idea how far it is. I think I've still got 30% life on my Alsam battery. I'm just about back on my van, right up there. I'm kind of worried. When I'm riding this, it says I only have 2 bars, like 20% battery left. When I come to a stop, it says I have 40%. So I'm not sure how much I trust that meter right there, but I'm glad I made it back. I just put the off-road tires to the test with this thing. Took a shortcut along that rough patch right there. I do need to work on a better way of storing this. It fits in my shower stall. I need to like hang it or something. I'll figure that out. I don't know, maybe next weekend. I got back just in the nick of time. I'm gonna use what's left of the day to go to a Home Depot or some tool store, try to rig up some system for hanging that thing back there, because it's already damaged the wood flopping around while I'm driving. That's not good. But all in all, I love this Alsam scooter, the Leopard. You know, aside from being a great ride and having those thick off-road tires, it just looks really friggin' cool. Like, it has this industrial style to it, which I absolutely love. Hence all the industrial band shirts I normally wear. I wish it were red and black, but I do like the yellow and black color combo as well. It's probably my second favorite color combination. Yeah, just pouring buckets ever since I got back to the rail trail. That's just like a sign of it was meant to be. But I am back in Massachusetts now. Rainy day is just a day to spend indoors. I'm gonna try to find a Starbucks or maybe a Dunkin' Donuts, do some editing, do some thinking. Sorry for the gratuitous Dunkin' Donuts footage. It's a big part of my life. I spent a few more hours there editing today until it got dark. I hope this e-scooter is also a big part of my life, because this thing is a game changer. You know, I got a van because a lot of people get like the trailer campers that you hook on the back of a truck or something. I understand the reasons for those now. If you just want to go out and do like groceries and stuff, it's much more economical to have a little car. Driving a gas guzzling van everywhere, it's like not a great long-term solution. Now I have another solution. A little e-scooter. I can scamper around, do local stuff. That's pretty awesome. I will be using this throughout Boston for sure. I want to take it on more rail trails. I want to use it all summer long. Again, it's the Leopard by a company called Awesome. I actually have a discount code for it. If you want to pick one up, the discount code is VAN, I think. I'll put it in the description below. Like I said, I think the e-scooter is perfect because a bike is just too big, takes up too much space. I didn't want to attach something to the exterior, and the e-scooter has some serious mileage. I took it out 50 miles today, which according to the specs is right around the maximum range. And I have to say, this scooter just looks badass. I love the industrial style of it. I love the off-road tires. I took it like on the dirt and over rocks, and it's solid as a rock. This thing is pretty awesome. Thank you, Awesome. You know, I highly recommend this bike, is what I'm trying to say. Now I have some other administrative stuff I need to do. I start my new job on Monday, and I need to write a little write-up of myself for some newsletter, for some orientation. I don't know. I hate doing that kind of stuff. I need to get a picture of myself in like a suit and a tie or something like that for an ID badge. Need to print out stuff at a Staples, I-9 stuff. All sorts of stuff. It never ends. The work never ends. I can't remember the last time I had a day where I could just like sit back and relax and stuff. But I did kind of do that on the Harlem Valley Rail Trail today. I hope you like this video. I can't wait to go back on that rail trail. After the spring explosion, all the leaves are out. That's coming soon. Thanks for watching. Stick around. Next video might be my first day at work. I don't know. Peace out.